Good morning, people. Welcome to build day 33. It's about 10:30, in between 10:30 and 11 somewhere. I was just talking to the wife. That was hilarious. Last night I was working over on the water wall room, and I was just popping away, and I said, God, it's getting quiet. Not much traffic out on the road and stuff. I wonder what time it is. And I checked my phone, it's 10:05. It's like, holy shit, I was going to quit around 9. Still no air. Come on, Kay. Come on, it's okay. You're just making noise. Come on, sweetie. But we were working over here, and Kaylee hates the noise of the spiders. She knows when she hears that noise, they move. And she doesn't like the compressed air. But we were working over here on these guys. We got the control board hooked in, hung the sensor there so when people come through the gate it triggers, and this one fires, that one fires, and then zombie bait fires as soon as I get him plugged in. But effectively, the only thing I have left to do is I got to re-plug in the fan blade, double check its speed, and then we can seal this up. Get those side panels on, get the pipes on, put the fence in, and we're done with this side of this display. Then we gotta come over here, get this fence panel off, and there's not a whole hell of a lot to do in here. I've got an electrical line there. That's my trunk line coming in. I got a plug-in zombie bait, and that black box down there is its adapter. And I've got 2 little air pumps I got to put in for the bubbling tubes. All of that real quick, and then this display is done. Then it's going to need its hay. But before I can put the hay in, I've got a bunch of black light fluorescent tubes. Originally, I was going to do a bunch of my haunted treasure stuff up here, to highlight this display. And while we may use some of them in here, I think we're going to go mainly the fluorescent tubes. We got to hang one here. I'll highlight this display and that display, part of that display. I've got a couple of 2-foot long fluorescent tubes. We're going to hang there, one there and one down at the other niche. And that should help highlight things. And then we'll hang one more right here, and that should take care of things. And I may end up using my haunted treasure stuff right here, because this is going to be kind of a dead area. I'm not putting a fluorescent in here, so I might put a couple of fluorescents in here. Not fluorescents, but my haunted treasure stuff. We get all that done, we're done with this display, we're on to the chain haul. But before we can do anything, I gotta get stuff moved around. We've got to get in to this display as well as the attack spider and get the hay in. That way, because Sue Ann's biting at the, jumping off the gum, whatever. She wants to get out here and work on the hay. Or not hay, but cobwebs. Blah, I'm not awake yet. But anyway, she wants to get cobwebbing done, and the last thing I need to do out here is the hay. So we're going to get that hay done so she can get in here and do her thing. Come on, kid, let's go by before the spiders get you. Come on. Come on, go on. Yeah, see, they didn't get you. You're safe. But anyway, that's on the docket today. Hay and the spider, finish the water room, and then get into the chain hallway. Chain hallway should be a fairly quick one. I've got to hang an assortment of haunted treasures lights in there to light up the pathway, and I got a couple of lights in the little display in there, and I got to get the stocks plugged in. Past that, we're good to go, ready to go, and chain hallway's done. So that's our goal. If we're really, really lucky and everything goes nice and smooth and quick, we might make it over to the video pumping station room. But I'm not holding my breath on that one. And I forgot breakfast of the day, and I know what we're going to have for breakfast of the day. We are going to have a jumbo Polish sausage or kielbasa hot dog. And we're going to smother it with barbecue sauce, ketchup, mustard, onions, relish, maybe a nice long kosher dill pickle across the top, and a crap ton of cheese. And we're not going to have one, because Ram is very hungry, and hot dogs do sound good. We're going to have 2 of them, and a large Coke to wash it down. There's your breakfast of the day, and God, what a breakfast of the day. Okay, water wall is complete. All the way down. Now I did go ahead and I removed all the jets or teats or whatever you want to call them out of here, except for 7 on the lower half, and I might add a couple of more that will help add pressure if there's not enough pressure in here for it. And step over my wiring mess. That's for the next phase. And we got that done. Now, next phase. The box down there, I got 2 of them, are the little air pumps that run the bubble tubes and don't do a very good job. They don't put out enough pressure is a problem. And I've got so many damn tubes, they just can't deal with it. But anyway, I gotta get those installed. I've got to get zombie bait plugged in. And then I brought out the fluorescent tubing I need to do the lights in here. That's our next stage. Once that's done, I can get the hay in here and be done with this display. But over here, the mistress of the haunt, the set dresser, my beautiful woman of a wife, is doing her thing. And we're going to have the spiders going off because they're hooked up to electricity. So I apologize for that. But she's getting her cobwebbing done. I take it you need to put up more get more cobbing out of the bag.
Yeah, but I'm checking to see if any more of it needs to be stretched or what.
Yeah. And you know, and that's half the battle with this is the stretching.
No, half the battle is that.
Yeah.
Because I can't touch any of the legs. I have to have free room.
So he can slide forward and stuff, because when he takes off and starts going forward, he'll rip down any webbing that's touching him. Now the only thing I'm seeing is right there. That band of heavy white going along the bottom there on that section.
It's all twisted. It's no big deal.
Yeah. You know, right here, we're not going to worry about because of the giant spider. But normally you don't want to leave something like that. If you see something like that, that means you need to stretch it more. Problem is she can't stretch it more without it interfering with the spider, so it's going to have to be allowed. And now the other fun part, you had to take that spider down in order to do the cobwebbing. Now it's getting it back up without it falling and without destroying things. And does she need more horseshoe nails?
No, I got a pocket full.
Now this is the stuff that we use. It comes in the bag. You can get, you know, small bags, large bags. And she doesn't take it all out at once. She takes out little bits and pieces of it. Because if you take out the whole bag, then it's just way more than you can use. And it's not something you can really pull apart. You have to cut it. Now, what would you say? That's about 4 feet, roughly. 4 feet of it is what she's got in her hand.
Yeah, but you don't want any smaller than your arm.
Nothing smaller than your arm?
Because then it unravels on you.
Oh, okay. Now, see, guys, you keep asking for a cobwebbing tutorial. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, babe. I pinched her with a gate. And for once, it's Sue doing the tutorial and not me. She's getting embarrassed. You can tell by that grin on her face. And if I keep talking, she's going to refuse to do anything.
Yeah, I'll walk off. Well, I got to get this done, so.
Yeah. Now, see, she's slowly unpacking, trying to unfold it. When they put that stuff in the bags, it's all folded up and everything.
I'm trying to find the leading edge. This stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's usually what the leading edge looks like, is this ribbon here. You unfold it until you find that ribbon. And that's what she was looking for. Then you figure out where you want to start at. And she's using a horseshoe nail to stick it in. You know,
like it.
yeah. See, that's the nice thing about my walls, are all foam. So she can stick, you know, nails or horseshoe nails or tacks or whatever she feels like using to kind of start it. And it takes some time. A lot of this is just unraveling it. The stretch is coming loose.
It's okay.
Okay.
Because I'm not pulling on it, it's just doing it on its own.
And then she'll hook it there and then reset. And this is what most of her cobwebbing consists of. It's basically just unfolding, stretching, and then finding a starting point and going like that. Now she's wrapped it a couple of times around that horseshoe nail, so it'll stay up there a little bit more. And thank you for doing this, by the way, allowing yourself to be filmed, Sue. Your audience has been begging for you to show them how to do proper cobwebbing. Now that skeleton she's moving is going to end up laying on the ground right here in front of the attack spider. But right now she's walking through there. And see, she's been slowly unfolding it. And starting to look a lot more cobwebbier. Okay, now she's going for another attachment on the wall without killing herself on the rose bush. Now see, this wall panel also has a rough texture to it. So she's able just to kind of rub it against the wall and get it to stick. This stuff will stick to any rough, coarse
And it loves to stick to itself.
yeah, surface, and it will stick to herself, like Sue just said. Okay, now some of these props, like that spider, have to be removed. Okay, now she's going across. She's just basically stretching it and working it. She wants this clump here out is what she's going after. And from that little 4-foot piece, she's able to get it to stretch clear across the display, and that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 feet. So 4 foot.
Actually, it'll double it. That one there was one piece, the same length.
Yeah.
And I went pot 4 times.
Yeah.
Back that way, back this way, back that way.
Yeah. And just a matter of keep, this is going to take her probably a good 20-30 minutes to get all worked out. And what I should do is set the camera up on the tripod and just do all this fast forward, But she's at the point now where she can't stop because the slightest breeze or anything will screw it up. But I think you guys have an idea. Now see, she's taking a lot of the excess and going down here to hook it with a horseshoe nail. Then she'll stretch it probably back over to that wall and then go up aerial with it to clear the spider. Because the spider does come out this way.
Yes, I know.
I'm just saying that for the benefit of the camera, love. But now,
Where I'm going.
yeah. But that gives you a kind of an idea of what Sue Ann goes through with her webbing and why she wants a day or two to get it done. Because after a while doing this, you just need to get away from it. But I've got to get back to work. I got my own area. Well, Sue Ann finally decided to take a lunch break. I'm getting ready to go get lunch. But I wanted to show you what she has gotten done so far. She's got that fence cobwebbed. Now everything is cobwebbed in this display. This display is totally done. Now she left a hole through here because I've got a projector box up there. We're actually going to have a projector playing, what is it? Atmosphere FX Creepy Crawlies in the back. There'll be roaches and spiders and some rats and stuff being broadcast on that wall back there. And then we got this display done. Get you a little bit better look at it here this way. So that's cobwebbed. And then she came over and made a tunnel effect, which will be interesting. I'm curious to see what this is going to look like with lighting. But she got up to here before she decided to call it quits and take lunch. She still has this display and that display to do yet. And she's been out here about 4.5 hours just to do that little bit. So that's a lot of work. Now onto the water room, it's done. Fred's enclosure doesn't look all that much different, except we've got hay in there and the light up there. There's a couple other connections in there too. And then this one is done as well. So we are good to go up to this point. Now I did mention I'm going to use some of my Haunted Treasures lighting in here. And up, up to this point to highlight this corner. And then from here on, it's chain hallway. So we're effectively ready to do the chain hallway. The lights, UV lights are going in there. I'll tie into the chain hallway circuit. So we're not bad. We're about done. I just got to get this section done. And basically what I'm going to be doing is on every other stick hanging a light. And I may put a couple of spots in here or floods in here to highlight this. But the only AC thing I got is that there that needs to be hooked up. And I think over here in the pumping station, once I get this one done, I'm going to feed the power cord. I got 25-foot cord on that guy through the wall, and I'll plug in over there for that. I'll make it easier for plugging him in. But he swivels back and forth and has water coming out of his mouth. But by the look of it, we just may make it into this display today. I hope so. I'd like to get started on this one today. But it is lunchtime. I don't care what time it is. For me, it's lunchtime. I want some food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. And the phone says it's 1:37, so it's definitely time for something to eat. Okay, we're out here to take a look at Sue Ann's cobwebbing at night. Not bad.
That one needs to be aimed a little bit more.
To where?
This one? It's supposed to be aimed at him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, look at it on the screen.
Yeah.
And you look at it there, and
It's not as bright.
yeah, not near as bright. But Sue Ann had a lot of fun out here today. And then into the water wall room.
Okay.
And that's the first time zombie bait's fired this season. Well, I look good in here with the water glowing. What'd you think of this corner here?
Not bad.
Yeah, lit up fairly well with 3 floods on it. And then I've been working here in the chain hallway. All the lighting is done. Yeah, flickering red, and then we put flickering red floods in too, so that helps. Now I still have the AC to do on that guy, so its head will turn. And then I gotta get hay in, and then this display is totally done. We will have this done today. Started the display and finished the display in the same day. What do you know? And then naturally, I haven't done anything over here but the pumping station. And that I did some time ago.
My question to you is, if you're done over there,
Yeah.
tomorrow I get in and do the other stuff,
What other stuff?
the creepy cloth and stuff.
Oh yeah, over there in that display, yeah, you can. She's talking about the water wall room. And I still haven't done anything here. This display has nothing going yet. It will be the last one touched. And it'll probably take a day or 2 to do. But that's all we have for this segment. One more shot here. We decided to turn the spiders on to see how they reacted with the cobwebbing. So we figure you'll get another look at them here. And that works. Yeah.
He's not hitting anything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have room to spare.
He does get up pretty high though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you.
there you go. We got him tested. Sue Ann was worried about the jumper because of the cobwebbing and the jumper getting into them and tearing the hell out of them. So we figured, okay, well, let's turn the spiders on and have a look. Anyway, you'll get a look at the pathway a bit here in reverse. I can't remember what switch the spiders were on, so I just turned everything on. I figured that would turn them on. Ouch. Oh, my screw came loose. I gotta fix that. That's an easy enough fix. The wind did that damage.
I was thinking of maybe getting some of my sunflowers and putting it here. But
Oh.
that might make that a little bit too.
Yeah. Oh, you put them on the sides, it wouldn't be too bad.
Right here.
Yeah.
Just to cover that.
You also gotta remember there's a curtain there too.
True.
Well, anyway, we're back to the courtyard. Well, not too bad of a day today. Got quite a bit done. Chain haul was finished. We started this display and finished this display today. Even got the hay in, and we decided to go ahead and hook up the AC in here so the head does turn. I've got them unplugged right now, and it goes in around the corner. With that, we got to start over here too. You know, the fence is down around the dragon. I gotta get the dragon out of here yet, but we're ready to get going on him. Tomorrow we'll get the dragon out of here. I've got a fluorescent black light that's gonna hang there, one on that wall, one right there, and one right here, and that should flood the room with enough black light, I'm hoping, to highlight it. And then we've got to get the liner into this pond, get it put back together, get the fence back up, and then start on that one. There isn't any low voltage lighting in here that I can think of right off the hand, except for what's been done to the water wall already. There's 8 flickering blues behind the 4 white tubs altogether. So it should go fairly quick. The complex part about this is the 4 black lights are all AC. I gotta get them wired up, and their key is up here, ready for them. Then I've also got the pump from the water wall. I'm going to have a pump there with that guy, a pump with that fountain, and a pump with this fountain. All need to be tied into the same circuit so we can drop it outside and plug it in with the blow-ups. We have the ponds cycling every day while during the day, even when we're not open, so the water has some movement to it. We found the first year that we did it, we only turned it on when we were open, and I filled the ponds a week ahead. The water was getting a little disgusting by the end of the run. So we have the fountains on to help the water circulate. Past that, we've had a windstorm most of the day, and it's starting to sprinkle fairly hard, and they're forecasting for steady rain overnight and then dry tomorrow. Since it's going on about 9 o'clock, I'm just going to say the hell with it. I am exhausted from yesterday. I was up to almost 1 last night with editing and uploading and everything on the vlog. And I just assume get to bed before 11 tonight, get a good night's sleep. So we're going to call it quits out here. I've got some cleanup I need to do. So give me a little bit and stay tuned for your end of the day wrap up. Okay, end of the day wrap up for you. In the rain. On the front porch. At the end of the day. Hence, end of the day wrap up. We've had a really good day today. We got started out getting the hay into the spider display. Sue Ann came out and spent about 6 hours out here doing just the spider display, coupled with all the other cobwebbing she's done throughout the haunt off and on. Since we started, we've got a grand total of probably 14 hours worth of cobwebbing that she's done total. Actually no, probably more like 12. Yeah, about 12 hours worth of cobwebbing. Morgan came out and did some cleanup and stuff. I got the water wall all the way put together, and that display is totally done, wired, ready to go. We got started on the chain haul and actually got it finished. It's been a while since I've done a display in a day. I've been doing I have been working on 2 displays, a half of a display each day. You know, start out finishing off half of a display to start another one, get halfway through, and then finishing it off the next day. But chain haul's done, and we've gotten a start on the video pumping station room. Got the fences down, as you just saw in the last clip. But so we're doing pretty good. Tomorrow we're going to be full bore on that video pumping station. Should be able to get it done. Most complex thing is going to be wiring up the pumps and the lights, the fluorescent lights in there. All in all, that shouldn't really take too terribly long. The biggest bitch in that display is actually putting the liners in, but those will be good to go. And then we'll have only the pirate and exit hall to do. So we are making progress. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Finally. Past that, as you saw in the earlier footage, you got, for those that have been asking about it, you got a small tutorial on Sue Ann doing webs. So you got kind of an idea of what she goes through to do all her webbing. I know I would have been a lot farther on the video pumping station display tonight, but I took probably about an hour and a half off and went down and lent a hand to the other haunter down the street. He was having some problems with his roofing and had some questions, so I spent some time down there lending a hand with him. figure I'm far enough ahead on things, I can start slacking off a little bit here and there. But lent him some help, gave him some help today. So I've done my good deed for the day. I feel good. Past that, tomorrow we're going to be focusing on that video pumping station, getting that finished. And we might even actually make it into the Pirate to get started on the Pirate. The Pirate, I'm fully expecting to take 2 days to do. There is a lot, and I do mean a lot, of low voltage in there that needs to be wired. I'm going to have to do it in a couple of phases. There's a lot of items in there that are low voltage. I'm going to have to get wired up first, and then come back through with lighting and get them wired up. I've got airline I got to run for that Pirate and a control board for him. My last one. And so far we've been really lucky on the control boards. Everything's worked and stuff. I haven't had to make a panic call to the Scooby-Doo board tech support line this year. First time. So done good on that one. But past that, I'm going to get in the house, get you guys edited, uploaded, and I'm going to bed. I'm beat. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.